Hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today we are on board the Beast, Oxford, the Speed Triple. And man, what a beautiful day it is. It is an interesting day and one that I have been looking forward to doing, and that is a review on the Alpinestars TGP Plus RV2 Air Jacket. Yep, that's a mouthful, isn't it? It is on closeout right now at RevZilla for $219.95. You know, I don't want to say that I'm sponsored by RevZilla. You know why? Because I'm not. Oh, I wish I were. Man, those guys could give me some cool stuff. But anyway, that's the jacket I have. It's the TGP Plus R. It's the version 2 air jacket. So let's talk a little bit about what it is, what it isn't, what it does well, and what it does poorly. And we're going to talk about all that right after this. For the sake of discussion, we're just going to call this thing the GP Plus, even though we know it's much more than that. And I will be definitely sure to put a link down at the bottom for you so you can check this jacket out. And if you're just now discovering the Coach Bob 3 channel, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. I really would appreciate it. Now, a little bit about Alpinestars. Alpinestars was started by a guy. Now, it's quite a mouthful here. His name was Sante Mazzarolo. No, not Mozzarella, Mazzarolo. And if I'm saying that wrong, you'll have to forgive me. I am from South Georgia. You remember that. And the company was started in 1963 in a little northern Italy town called Azzolo. They have a little perennial flower there, and it's called the Alpinestars. And that's what they actually named the company after, was this particular flower. Now initially he was designing things more involved with motocross, because motocross was big in Europe at the time and really was not that commonplace. And he was designing a particular boot. That boot ended up on the feet of a Mr. Roger Coster, if you'll remember him. He won 5 world motocross championships, so Alpinestars was on its way. They do a lot of research and development, and they really take this stuff seriously. In fact, they'll even go so far as to look at the dyes on a jacket and say a red dye does not affect the wear and tear of the leather like a blue dye would. Why that is, I don't know. I just know that they do all of that sort of research and development, and that's why the primary colors on the Alpinestars leather jackets are red and black. You know, the company is actually quite small. They only have a staff of around 500 worldwide as far as actually the ones who work with Alpinestars directly. Alpinestars sells some of the most protective gear of any company out there that you see when it comes to Formula One, NASCAR, motocross, MotoGP, that sort of thing. They really do make a fine product. I love, as you know, I have Alpinestars boots, jacket, and gloves. So I really do believe in their product. Now, let's talk about the jacket itself. Now, I guess you would call the father of this jacket the Alpinestars leather jacket, the race suit. And the shape of this jacket, when you look at it, it has pre-curved arms and that sort of thing. It is actually designed like the racing jacket. It's supposed to be a lightweight summer street riding jacket, and but still should have that fit, finish, and feel of a race jacket. Now, I want to start by saying that this jacket, and you've heard me say this on previous videos, this jacket is quite warm. Do not believe for one moment that because it is considered a summer jacket that it's going to be cool when you ride in it. It's not. It does not have a removable liner, and it does have armor plating or pads in the front of the jacket, which does impede your airflow. So do not mistake this for just a lightweight mesh jacket. The other thing that you need to be aware of is this jacket is a European cut. Now what that means for us American guys, We'll just say that we may be, I've heard it said, I don't know that it's true, but we may be a little larger in the midsection than some of the European guys. So understand that this jacket is a little more form-fitting, and that if you buy the jacket and it fits, and you eat too much Thanksgiving turkey and Christmas duck, at the end of the year, your jacket might not fit anymore. It is really a tight fit. That is the way it's supposed to be, and I really do like the jacket. Now let's talk about what it is. First off, it's made of a very durable abrasion resistant 450D and 600D polyester. Now that fabric, like I said, it's a little thicker and it's a little warmer. It does have mesh panels in the torso and in the arms, but understand that that mesh does have a lining on the outside of it. It does say that it's breathable all the way around and airflow is free flowing. But I'm here to tell you, when I ride in the summertime, I know better. That's just not true. Now in the shoulder and in the elbows, it has level 2 armor. Now that level 2 armor is really nice and nothing that you need to get rid of. One of the problems that I have with all jackets, not just this particular one, is that they come with chest pads and back pads, but they do not come with chest armor and back armor. Now you can purchase the armor separately, and it will go in little pouches in the chest and in the back, and then that way you will be fully protected. But you're going to need to do that and buy that separately. I've done that. The shoulder also has an overmolded TPU guard. That's this plastic armor plating that's over the top of it. It's outside of the fabric, in addition to the large pad that's under the shoulder. Now, like I said, the arms are pre-curved, and so when you stand there with it on, your arms may feel a little bent, as the jacket was designed to do that, like the way your arms are bent when you're riding a motorcycle. Also, the padding that's in the elbow is not like the traditional elbow padding that you would get, say, in a Joe Rocket jacket, which pretty much only covers 3 inches either above or below the elbow, and that's pretty much it. The armor plating on the Alpine Stars goes from about 3 inches over the elbow to halfway down the forearm, so you do have a lot more protection there. But with that protection also comes the price of the fact that the jacket is more hot. Now there is some poly fabric inside this thing that makes it more stretchable and more form-fitting, and it does work quite well. You can move in the jacket. Now it has a mesh collar that is supposedly more breathable to keep the neck cool. I don't really see that it does that, although, I don't find it unbearable. I wear the jacket on hot days, 100-degree days. And as you saw when we rode across the country, even when we had mega hot days, I wore this jacket. If Coach Vic and I are going to run somewhere and it's really hot, a lot of the times if I'm on the Spyder, I'll grab my Joe Rocket jacket. It's more of an American cut, so it is a little more forgiving along the waistline, and it is truly a mesh jacket. And for those looking for a mesh jacket, that's more what you need. Now on the Velcro closure around the waist, it has a pull strap so you can adjust the tension around the waist so that you can have a nice snug fit and it won't flap around. Also, the arms don't have zippers. This is one of the things I really like about this jacket. One of the problems I have with a lot of jackets is that they have snaps and zippers all up and down the sleeves. Now if you're riding along or you're doing something and you slam your arm into the side of a tank, if you, for example, do a wheelie or do something where your arm just slams into the side of your gas tank, you're going to scratch it. But this jacket doesn't have that. The sleeve is quite form-fitting, and it's just a Velcro closure around the wrist, and I really do like that. On the inside of the jacket, it has a couple of large pockets, but one of them in particular is a waterproof compartment, so you can actually put a cell phone in there when it rains. That really is nice, and that's something that most jackets don't have. They simply just have an internal mesh pocket. There's a lot of reflective details on the jacket. your Alpine Star logo on your sleeve. There are bands on there. There's little pops of stripping and piping around the back that reflect quite nicely to make you a little more visible at night. It also has two external zippered pockets that you can put things in. They're pretty roomy. That's just your regular side pockets. The zippers on the front and on the side, those zippers do feel quite solid. I will say that they are not as heavy duty as the Joe Rocket zippers, but they do an adequate job, and I think that for what they are on and what they're designed to do, I think they're as heavy as they should be. Also, it has the zippered section along the back that will work with the racing trousers that you can get to go with this jacket. So with all of that in mind, on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the absolute worst, 5 being the absolute best, on style, I would give the jacket a 5. I really do like the cut of it. I like the way it looks. It really is, you know, a good looking jacket. You feel very confident when you're riding wearing it. Safety, I would give it, as it is out of the box, I would give it a 3. That's because it does not come with the chest protector and the back protector. It only comes with pads. So therefore, if you put those additional pads in there, I'd give it a 5. I'd say for a street jacket, it's as secure and safe as anything you're going to get if you put those proper pads, the CE rated armor in the chest and the back. So a 3 as is, a 5 upgraded. Now for function, I'd say overall function, the jacket's a 5. It moves right, it feels right. It's tight in the right spots, it's loose in the right spots. It really does hold the elbows the way they're supposed to be, and I really, really like that. Durability so far so good. I'd had some mixed reviews from folks on this particular jacket with strings pulling and zippers, problems and things like that. I've had 0 problems with this jacket. So as of the date now, I would give it a 5. As far as breathability, my Joe Rocket's a 5. This jacket is a 3. Breathability is definitely a 3. Possibly a 2 if you're in a very, very hot climate. But if you're riding on fall days and spring days, this jacket is perfection. But when you're riding in 100-degree heat, you need a little more airflow. Now, as far as wintertime, you could actually base layer up. You could ride this thing. You could use it in the winter, or at least I could. You might be a little more sensitive to cold weather than me, but I could definitely use this jacket in the wintertime and plan on doing just that. So averaging those numbers out on the scale of 1 to 5, that gives the jacket, as is out of the box, a rating of 4.2. And if you upgrade that armor, that upgrades that scale to a 4.6. So there you have it, an in-depth review of the Alpinestars T-GP Plus R V2 Air Jacket. I really do like it. I think you'll love it. So go out and get you one. Like I said, RevZilla has them right now on closeout for $219.95. And that could change, so go out and get you a nice jacket. I don't believe you'll be disappointed. I'm wearing the large. I am 6 feet 2 inches tall and weigh between 195 and 210, depending on whether it's Thanksgiving or June and July. Either way, you'll be able to get into a large if you are that size. My waist pants that I wear are a 36-inch waist to a 34-inch waist, depending on the time of year. I want to take this opportunity again for you watching this video. Be sure and take the time to subscribe and share this video with your friends, and like it if you would. Leave a comment down below of encouragement. I sure would appreciate it. So until next time, go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Now, you go seize the day. We'll see you later. I got some riding to do.